Hi guys, welcome this morning, I think, more or less this morning, 8 o'clock or something, and it's now afternoon already. I started making the tweaked ArcoLinux app, threaded. So importing a thread and testing and ended, and I gave you the video that's now online, number 3520, 3520, app 42. Since then, I've read a lot of articles, listened to a lot of YouTube videos, right, about threading, Python threading, and so on. Seen lots of examples. But let's be honest, the breakthrough was because of a user, drunken alcoholic, on Discord that gave me some tips and hints, and we were at it for, I don't know, hours maybe. The thing is, let me start with saying that maybe it's best to do the following. If we have the old app, this is the old app, the one that you have, right? ArcoLinux App. If we click on create, this button stays blue and it's busy, right? It's working very hard, and you know it's working because it's blue and it says the last code, the last command is there. Now if you go to your Control-Shift-Escape to your anything task manager, like whatever desktop you're on, right? You go to your task manager, and all you have to type in is MK. And in the CPU graph, if you have a CPU graph, you'll see it's spike. And what I'm trying to explain is that when we launch this thing, everything halts and everything stops. And after creating a threaded application, I realized that there are lots of dangers of saying to this particular process, go threaded, so be gone and do your thing. And in the meantime, the boxes are free again. I can click, but nothing will happen until this process is finished, and all the clicks I've done will then continue. That's actually a good thing. Because when you create an ArcoLinux ISO and you start removing Pacman configurations and start removing keys and repos and changing servers and all that, I mean, it will have an effect for sure. Which effect? I don't want to even know, right? But it will have an effect. If you're cleaning the Pacman cache and all the packages you just downloaded and you're removing it again, it will have an effect. So not having the ability to click, which is what I wanted to have. I wanted to have the ability to click. So you need to have multi-threading or threading. Will cause problems for users. And I just want to show you, this is what we have now. But the time we spent, drunken alcoholic, thank you, right? The time we spent is not lost. The code is there, will be pushed online in the dev with a certain version, and then we will not use it, right? If we need it for something, we'll grab the code and we understand now how it works. So now it's finished and everything is available again. Now I can say, let's do a probe link, which is quite fast, and then voila. So this is the old app. This will be the new app, right? This stays like that. But what have we done for the last 8 hours or so? We have created something extra. The best thing to do is, as always, is go and have a melt, right? Super F5, no, sorry. So Control-Shift Enter, and then go to the ArcoLinux, and then go to here and to here. What changed? How do we create a threaded process, basically? In the functions we don't have to be, but let's be sure. Import threading, that's the only thing we did here. So we can say fn threading and that's it. The action happens here. Don't mind the logging, I'll investigate that later. This is where we have the function that we asked the thread to run. So here, down here, we say to the system, instead of this code, which we'll keep, right, to the left we will keep, and this is a new code that in some point in time, if we need to understand how threading works, this will be the version, which is, we could see that version, well, you'll see it in the GitHub. I'll put here multi-threading code, so you know, or threading code. The main thing is this: go to fn functions, threading thread. The target needs not to be a command like sudo pacman -s or something. No, it needs to be a def, and argument self were important, and then you start that thread. So it's basically a search on the internet for sure, something like Python threading. What are the early things I've typed in this morning, right? Threading. So threading based as an intro, I've read so many things, right? Threading, threading, threading. You read. Super F. So you need to point to a def, some kind of def. And we've put it outside of our main class here. At the top, that was important for it. And in this def, so this block is going to be threaded, meaning our button is free. Yeah. And we can click on all things and mess it up. That's the problem now. So for the rest, it's just run a command and place a name and ArcoLinux, give it a name and all that, give permissions and check if the path is, clean it up again. So this is not the thing. It's that line, the make arch ISO, that is threaded. So what's the difference? So I'll push that code online, and then next version I'll remove it again. If we run this code, the app responds differently. If we click on create, it stops immediately. I can do all kind of things like I'm gonna probe link. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't influence making of an ISO a probe link. With the other things might. I've not tested it. I don't want to test it, like I said. In the end, I love the complexity. My brain loves it. But in the end, I feel I need to go back to keep it simple and stupid. KISS, right? It's always that's the thing that lasts longest. So it's busy, is it? Yeah, it is. It's busy. You don't say it, but the CPU says it's busy. So you'll get an ISO. Where will it be? It will come here. It's already there, but it's from the previous build, right? So it's building now. It's making the squash file system there. And in the meantime, this app is free. I can click anything I like, which is a problem. Even so, if I decide to build now, create now an ArcoLinux XL, it will do it if it's threaded, if we put everything in threads. Your PC will just explode of CPU power. It will need all the memory, because memory will go a little bit up. You see, this is each time I build, boom, boom, each time I build. The same in the CPU, it's 100%. And the bigger the ISO is, the longer it takes, the longer it warms up. It's all connected, right? If you type sensors, that's my temperature today, at the moment. But suddenly, you'll see this line be gone, CPUs go down, RAM goes down, and the result is there. So this is multi-threaded. The code I'm pushing now is gonna be multi-threaded, and we can see if we can say the version that will take. I'll just go Ctrl-Alt-F and tell you straight away in the video. Close all our tabs. So this one, number 32, will contain the threading, but then it stops. We'll not use it. But if we need it, we got it. We understand now how it works, thanks to the help of Drunken Alcoholic, I might add. So, when is it finished? Voila, check your home directory for the ISO. It's finished, the cleanup has been done, and we notice that everything goes down, here as well, a little bit down, and then we go and have a look. And sure enough, we have our own ArcoLinux ISO that I delete for the 100th time, right? Easy. So that's what I wanted to share in this video. It was successful. We have other ideas and other what ifs that we want to spend time in, but we don't want users getting stuck in systems. So we rather have a button that stays blue. You wait, you don't mess up anything with clicking anything else, and you wait for the ISO to pop out, and then you click on the other things, right? So it's a choice. So if you like the code, what was it, number 31, 32? And here it is. 32 it will be. All right, cheers.